That happens. Ingfell resident. What is it? Do you need help with anything? I've been trying to prepare a specific meal for my daughter, but I've been having some issues. Around here, we consider aged conger eels to be a particular delicacy. You may say they're rotting, but they're delicious if prepared correctly. Normally, we bury them in the ground and allow them to mature, but our dog keeps digging them up and eating them. I can't raise the subject without spoiling the surprise. Can you bring me an aged conger eel? Sure. Thank you. You'll be decently compensated. Anything else? Where can I catch one? Yes, they can be tricky to find. I'm told they inhabit the holes and burrows within the cliffs themselves. I imagine they've been fished out around the edges, so you may have to venture into the passageways of the cliffs to find them. Oh, and did I mention they only come out at night? Yes, I believe they hide during the day. Of course they do. Good luck! Anything else? What can you tell me about the cliffs? Many years ago, the cliffs used to be a haven for smugglers and pirates. Legends tell of 2 pirate lords who used Gale Cliffs as their hideout. Supposedly, they got into some disagreement and a huge battle was fought around the south side of the cliffs. There are certainly a large number of wrecks in that area. Both sides were completely destroyed, their treasure hoards left abandoned and unclaimed to this day. I dare say they'd be worth a lot if anyone knew where to find them. Anything else? Any odd characters around these parts? Have you heard the tale of Magrin? He was an old whaler from these parts. As the whales got more scarce, the crews spent longer and longer at sea trying to find them. Magrin, it seems, wasn't cut out for this. He formed an unnatural attachment to a scroll he found on one of these trips. He says the scroll told him how to become immortal by eating mutated fish. People started calling him Magrin the Fishman. One day, the town awoke to find all the boats' nets and lines had been slashed in the night, and old Magrin was nowhere to be found, nor has he been seen since. Anything else? Can I sell my fish here? We catch our fish ourselves here, so we don't have much need for buying any. But there's a merchant that travels around. She's usually anchored across the bay. She buys and sells almost anything, and she does repairs, too. Anything else? Nope, thanks. What is it? Any shipwrecks? Real wreck around here is a settlement at Gale Cliffs. My brother ditched us and moved over there to those cliffs years ago. I suspect he's regretting his decision now, the devil. Anything else? Any strange things? Some time ago, just before the last whale was brought in, there was a sudden exodus from Gale Cliffs. Dozens of ships sailed past, packed up and hurrying away far north as fast as they could. They were waving and shouting something at us from their boats, but we couldn't make it out. Never did see or hear of them since. Anything else? What can you tell me about Ingfell? Ingfell used to be a whaling town. Emphasis on the used to be. We would go out, bring in a carcass, and then the rest of the town would get to work. But the whales got scarce some 20 years ago, and now look at us, barely scraping by for a new candle. Anything else? Nope, thanks. Okay. Ahoy there, you're a new face, a fisherman, I take it. Perfect, well, we should get along like a house on fire. I'm a traveler and a merchant all rolled into one. If you've any fish to sell, I'll take them on board and sell them at the next town I come across. Ahoy, Apollo! I have not caught any demon crabs yet. Likewise, I haul a small cargo of equipment between places. You're welcome to peruse the stock and see if there's anything that takes your fancy. Come and see me when you're ready to trade. Fish! Sell her the fish! Say, have you met the photographer? She stopped by my pontoon a while back. She's loaded up with fancy camera equipment to take pictures of all the wildlife. She sighs wistfully. I wish I had my own camera. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to document everything you do? You'd never forget anything. Anyway, she said she was setting up on a small island to the south of the Marrows. If you're in the area, maybe you should check on her. Oh. Hey again, come by for a chat? You need help with anything? Assistance from an angler? Absolutely. I've been trying to collect records of where each species of fish is located. I figured out most of them on my travels so far, but there are a few I haven't been able to track down. Reckon you could share your info with me? Sure. Great. The fish I have left to track down are oarfish, gulper eel, Goliath tigerfish, and Coelacanth. No, I don't wanna. I know a little about each species already, so maybe I can point you in the right direction. What did you want to know? Alright, tell me about the oarfish. Given that the oarfish has a long and fragile body, I suspect they'll live in reasonably deep but calm water. Maybe the shelter of Gale Cliffs would suit them? What about the other fish? Gulper eels? I know where gulper eels live. Thank you very much. I know that gulper eels live at the deepest depths imaginable. You'll have to get some specialist gear to catch one of those. What about the other fish? Goliath tigerfish. Those guys are legitimately scary. They hunt in murky, swampy waters using the shade of trees as cover. What about the other fish? And the coelacanths? Actually, I have no idea where coelacanths might be. If you ever they have a primordial feel to them, don't you think? What about the other fish? No, that's it, thanks. What about what do you know about Gale Cliffs? Well, there's Ingfell just across the bay, which is a dreary little whaling town. The folks there are always in need of something, which keeps me in business. The residents are always talking about the cliffs. Most seem afraid. Frankly, I'm not sure why they stay. Occasionally, I hear deep rumblings from within the rocks. I don't hang around here for long. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Are you always on the water? Yeah, always. I like to keep moving along. The merchanting is secondary to the traveling, really. I'm more of a merchanting traveler. I get to see a lot of places, which is nice. I also get to meet a lot of people, which is only sometimes nice. Is there anything else? Ever see any strange things? Strange things? Plenty, but I try not to dwell on them. You could go crazy, you know? Ha! But hey, if you're seeing strange things, maybe you're not seeing them the right way. Maybe they're not so strange after all. Or perhaps they are, and they're incredibly dangerous. Better not risk it. Is there anything else? Help me. Most of the gear is super heavy, so I don't offload it at every pontoon. But come aboard and see what equipment I've got for sale. Help! Please repair my boat. Please repair my hydraulic rod. Thank you. You might be used to dry docks at other ports, but we can make the same upgrades to your boat here at this floating dock. Check it out! I lack the last bit I need for that, so I can get a new hull. Listen here, Apollo. The first time I tried to go out at night, like, something growled at me, and I was like, nah, you know what? I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm chill. I can... Okay. Artifact Manifest. Vessel SY Grand Prize. Owner Mr. Mikkel Schult. Port Gale Cliffs. Oaken Music Box. Purchased from an antiquarian at Little Morrow for a bargain price. Previously salvaged from an undisclosed shipwreck. Has the letter J carved into the underside. Otherwise in reasonable condition. Has not been opened for fear of damaging the mechanism. Pending inspection by locksmith. Wooden mask. Carved wooden tribal mask said to bring good luck, fertility, good health, fortune, rain, and protection from evil spirits. Traded for a pair of socks and a pocket watch chain. 12-piece china set, or 12-piece tea set, bone china, 6 cups, 6 saucers, acquired from an Eastern dealer, do not use. Jar of earth, a jar containing earth from a meteor impact site, allegedly. It's because it did betray me. How dare it do that to me? Fisherman note, deep sky, deep forever. Casket seal broken, fog core, 5 equals rise, he knows. Hello, Demon King. Happy Galarialversary. Jeez. I'm sorry, my words. I promise I'm okay. I promise I can speak. Oh yeah, all the encyclopedia pages. Run. Okay, blue mackerel. Practically worthless, but enough to stave off hunger. Cod. Plentiful and basic. Arrow squid. Rises from the depths at night to feed or be fed upon. Grey eel. A slimy creature tainted with the silt and muck of the seabed. I've been alright. Gulf flounder. A pathetic, cowardly, bottom-dwelling fish. Black grouper. A short, stocky fish with mottled black coloring. Perfect camouflage in the black waters of night. Stingray. Good eaten, but requires careful preparation. Sailfish. Impossibly quick, but the bill and sail don't sell for much. Bronze whaler. A beautiful colored but deadly predator. Black tip reef shark. Usually placid during the day, these predators enter a frenzied hunt when the sun sets. Common crab. A crusty carapace and clinking claws caught in a cage close to the coast. A relatively normal-sized crab with a preposterously large claw. The claw can grip with incredible strength, but the arm is fragile and can be snapped off with ease. I should have bought more crab pots so we could toss some down here in the cliffs. Oceanic perch, also known as the rosefish. This brightly colored little fish has sharp, thorny fins. Okay. Coastal, slightly more substantial than other mackerel species, but harder to catch for a tiger mackerel. There's a lot of things to catch. Grotesque mackerel, corrupted scales and bulbous eyes like nothing you've ever seen before. Lumpy mackerel, a writhing mass of lumps twisting and pulling their way under the scales of their vessel. How long can it have lived like this? Many-eyed mackerel. Oh, there are 3 aberrations of that mackerel. Gill plates dotted with eyeballs, superfluous, but scanning frantically, all eyes see right through you. Snag squid. Tasting tongues writhe wildly around sets of yellowed, crooked teeth. The top row are flattened like human molars. That's such an exciting image they've put in my head. Barbed eel. A spine broken with sharp angles and crooked curves. A row of teeth bent on revenge. The fuck? Just sail around whatever the fuck that was. Not all fish are treated equally. Some fish are, smaller species can sometimes be more delicious and more valuable than the larger ones. Oh, right. my god, what the hell is that? What the hell? Don't care. Get out. Get out. Please get out. Something that large should not live in that shallow of water. What if it comes out of the... What if it comes out of there at night? What if it comes out of there at night? Sure, I have a way to go faster to 1D. I wasn't expecting an anglerfish.